Update. I broke up with my boyfriend because of his views on cheating. Original post. I don't know what to feel. Me, 25 female, and my boyfriend, 28 male, have been together for 3 years now, and we have been living together for 2 years. I know his family. He has one brother, Sam, 33 male, who is married to Lisa, 32 female. They have one daughter, who is 4 years old. He is very close to his brother, which resulted in me being closer to his wife and kid too. Sam sometimes comes to our place and plays video games with my boyfriend. One day, when they were playing video, Sam put his phone and charger in our guest room. I was there cleaning the windows, when suddenly his phone buzzed. I went to look, and there was someone named Office texting him, "I had a great time last night. Your tongue is magic," with some emojis. I was a little shocked. Sam always shows how much he adores his wife. Even Lisa says he is the best husband, so how could he cheat? This was the first incident. Then one day when he was at our house again, he was talking loudly while I was right by the kitchen, while he was talking on the phone in our guest room with doors open. He was saying "I love you" to someone named Beth. This confirmed my suspicion even more, so I told my boyfriend that I think his brother is cheating on his wife, and I asked him if he knows anything about it. His expression went blank and told me he knew about it. I was perplexed. I asked what does it mean, and he began to tell me Sam has been seeing other girls on the side. He doubled it down, saying it is not a big deal because Lisa's happy, he is happy, and plus boyfriend doesn't like to mix in other people's business. I asked him if he thinks that his brother cheating on Lisa was right. How could he defend his brother over something so vile? He told me it is their personal life, plus he doesn't want to ruin his brother's marriage. I told him firmly his brother's marriage was already ruined the moment he decided to stick his junk inside someone else that isn't his wife, and is clearly wrong for supporting him. How would he feel if I was cheating on him and my sister knew and never told him? He said of course he would feel bad, but this isn't about him. I just told him to leave me alone. Cheating is a deal breaker for me. I do not like people who are cheaters or supporting cheating. I can't even look at him the same way I used to. So a few weeks ago, I called him and told him this isn't working. I cannot be with someone who supports cheating and doesn't mind someone else cheating. He cried and told me not to do it, that he will do better and this isn't fair to him. I cannot punish him for what his brother is doing. I told him calmly that this is not a punishment, but my decision. I already told him that cheating is a deal breaker for me. I will not tolerate it in any shape or form. Then I went to stay with my brother. 2 days later, I went to our place to get some stuff of mine. He asked me if he could talk and I said sure. He told me he was wrong for not saying anything against his own brother. Lisa is a good woman and that he would ask his brother to stop. I told him that doesn't make me feel better. The fact that he thinks it is okay to cheat clearly shows he has no problem cheating on me. He told me he is not cheating on me and that he will be better. So I asked him if he could tell Lisa about his husband's affair. He went silent and told me he can't go against his own brother. Well, then I guess he made his choices. I left his place, leaving him crying on his couch. I feel bad. I love him, but the trust I had for him is gone. I do not know how to tell everything to Lisa. I am not sure what to do. I feel lost. Now for the top advice before reading the updates. He literally said cheating is okay as long as the partner is happy. Your boyfriend will end up cheating on you too, claiming it's not wrong as you were happy. You did what you had to do, and I would do the same thing. Best of luck, OP. Oh yeah, he definitely would have cheated in the future. Might already be doing so. No doubt his brother will also be a sniveling mess when Lisa finds out, despite it being solely his fault. It was more like easing the situation as he would not want to be in the middle of a family drama. I just think he chose his words poorly. Congrats on recognizing a moral flaw in his character and realizing he would not make a trustworthy long-term partner. But he is afraid to expose his brother, so he is relying on someone else to do that for him. Tell Lisa her husband is cheating on her and to look up Office and Beth on his phone. It's up to her what she does from there. Don't listen to people who are telling you that your boyfriend is right. He is obviously wrong. If he has no problem his brother cheating on his wife, then he wouldn't have a problem with cheating on you. I hope you tell Lisa about it. Edit/update. To those idiots who says that my boyfriend is not wrong, I hope you find yourself in a similar situation as Lisa. I would like to know how would you feel when you learned that your husband betrayed you and people close to you knew about it and let you get cheated on day after day. He has covered for his brother on many occasions. He has lied to Lisa telling her that Sam is with him when he was not. Even if he didn't, him simply acting it is not a big deal that a woman who is so loyal to her husband is getting cheated on is wrong and malicious in my eyes. Him concealing his cheating is also putting her at risk of STDs. And also, what if Sam got one of those girls pregnant? It's not like they were in an open or poly relationship. But to anyone who is asking, I will tell Lisa. She's currently out of town. I can send her a message, but I have no evidence that Sam is cheating. Plus, she told me she would not be near her phone. Now for the full update. Hello guys, thanks for all the kind words. I wanted to make an update the day after I posted it to reassure you guys I did tell Lisa, but something came up and I was delayed. So, I did tell her the very day I made this post, even though I had no evidence. I got some encouragement from you guys too. For all I knew, she could scream at me. But hey, if that happens, at least I wouldn't have to live with this giant guilt that I misled a friend of mine. I talked to Lisa telling her everything on the phone. She just told me she can't speak right now and thanked me for informing, which was weird. I didn't hear from her for the next 3 days. I only heard from her when my ex called my brother to yell at me. He called me a homewrecker because I snitched to Lisa, and today she took her daughter and served Sam divorce papers. I was even more confused. It's not possible to file a divorce paper within 3 days. So I called Lisa. She didn't pick up, but texted me to come to Sam's house. I went with my brother because I didn't know how safe it is for me. When I entered, I saw my ex, Sam and their parents along with Lisa. Sam looked really awful. My ex jumped on me saying I did this to his brother. Lisa told my ex to calm down. She carries on to explain that she already knew Sam was cheating for a while. One of the girls he hooked up with contacted her and showed her the messages between him and her. That girl worked in his office. The girl felt guilty knowing that she hooked up with a married man, and she told Lisa before quitting her job. I'm guessing she felt really guilty and couldn't work there or something. Lisa further told us she has been planning on leaving Sam since then. She needed time to get her things sorted and gather evidence that will help her in court. She was mostly a homemaker, but worked part-time, so there were financial issues too. She went on to expose Sam even more of his deeds in front of his own parents, and told Sam she wants full custody because Sam bringing one of his women around her daughter is not safe. From what she described, Sam is pretty screwed in the divorce. She also didn't spare my ex. She basically told him she has never treated him like an outsider. That if someone was cheating on him, she would definitely tell him, even if that someone was her own family member. She finds it really sad that she had to know from a stranger what his brother was up to, rather than someone closer to her and someone she loved like a brother. My ex was silent. A lot more things came to light because there were a lot of yelling and pointing fingers. Sam has been cheating on Lisa for 3 years, and my ex knew it for the last 2 years, and has been covering Sam. Sam's parents were disappointed at him as well. And apparently, my ex also lied to his parents about why we broke up. He told his parents I fell in love with someone else, and that's why I left him. Why he did that? Because his stupid brother thought it was a great cover-up. Because even if I told Lisa, then no one would believe in me because I was the one who cheated and projecting it on his brother. Lisa called me here to clear my name and also thanked me for informing her, even if she knew it all along. Their parents apologized to both of us and told us they are ashamed of their sons. I just felt bad for them. After that, I went home, but Lisa asked me if she could stay with me, and I said sure. She was stoic when she was talking to Sam and his parents, but as soon as she entered my house, she broke down in tears. She told me that she should have listened to her friends who told her Sam was not a decent person. She left her job and her law study so that she could be with him. I felt really bad for her. I know this will be really tough on her and her daughter. I wish there was more I could do, but I'm really impressed that she handled this situation with such poise. I hope she decides to continue her law studies like she wanted to. She sacrificed a lot for that a-hole. Also, to all those people who think that my ex was right not to snitch on his brother, you guys don't see how he is putting her at risk? Sam was sleeping with literally everything that has a hole, and you guys think it would be better to keep her in the dark. I know she knew about it, but what if she didn't? What if Sam's careless philandering put her in danger of STD? Some STDs are life-threatening like HIV. Him not coming clean of his brother's deeds was seriously putting her in danger of it. If I wasn't punishing him, I simply cannot live with someone who would support cheating. To me, that is exactly like cheating. Moreover, he lied and covered for him. Who is to say he wouldn't mind cheating on me because he clearly thinks cheating is not a big deal? Even if he wasn't covering for them, the mere fact that he thinks it is okay for someone to get cheated on is a huge no for me. I am really shocked to see how many people are willing to take the cheater's side instead of the one getting cheated on. He told his parents I fell in love with someone else, and that's why I left him. Why he did that? Because his stupid brother thought it was a great cover-up. Because even if I told Lisa, then no one would believe in me because I was the one who cheated and projecting it on his brother. This is plain evil. Further proving her point that he cannot and should not be trusted. Yeah, these two brothers are rotten to the core. Feel really sad for Lisa, who gave up her studying and career to be with the POS. At least she seems to be well prepared and taking her cheating husband to the cleaners. It's a real shock to me that the parents were apparently decent humans, disappointed in their sons. How did both these a-holes turn out to be such wet farts? Near identical situation to that other recent post, where a guy left his fiancée for casually telling him her cousin had cheated on her husband before they were married, and that it was no big deal. Both sets of cheaters and accomplices suck, and it is delicious to see them get their comeuppance. My brother-in-law's brother would casually cheat on his girlfriend, despite being in a serious relationship. And his whole family acted like it was no big deal. They weren't married, so it was just youthful hijinks. I thought it was a worrying attitude, but my sister brushed it off as him being a black sheep. And of course, my brother-in-law, the good son, wouldn't cheat. It would have been nice if she was right. People who would never betray their partner generally don't condone it or find it funny when other people do it. Last story. I, 39, resent my 38 female stay-at-home wife. My wife has been a stay-at-home mom for the past 14 years. She went back to work last year, 2022. At the beginning of this year, 2023, she decided to reduce her hours. And I said, fine, do whatever you need to do. Well, she reduced her hours to 0. Last I checked, 0 hours meant that you quit your job. But what do I know? She tells me she has a job. At the same time, my wife decided to diagnose herself with depression. Not depression, but depression. But she refuses to even say it right. She also decides to completely stop driving due to her anxiety. So to say I was blindsided was an understatement. We did a couples counseling for a few years prior to COVID and things were good. Now, when I say you might want to get back into therapy, she made it clear it doesn't work. And that I need therapy since I'm an a-hole. In the middle of all this, she made it clear that I didn't do anything at home and that I need to step up at home. Well, I was working from home, but since COVID is now over, I am back in the office and out of the house 10 to 12 hours a day. I find it hard to do laundry or take the kids to school from my desk. I also do not have the privilege of getting the kids on the bus at 8 a.m. and be home to get them off at the bus at 3. I made it clear I can support the morning, but not the afternoon. And I found out she wants me home both sides now. So yeah, my wife has anxiety stopping her from driving. She has depression she refuses to get help for. She has a job that she now works 0 hours a week and somehow I need to do more work at home to make her happy. I really try to talk to her about this, but she just chooses to change the subject to how her job is harder than mine and men don't do enough for her around the house. I even got forced to do all the food shopping since she won't leave the house. I go to Walmart twice a week and it is 5 minutes from the house. I drive the kids to all the programs she signed them up for and I cook dinner 4 nights a week. I felt taken advantage of by someone who doesn't understand that doing laundry twice a week isn't a $30K a year job. Yes, she puts the kids on the bus, but now that she reduced her hours to 0, I get told she has a job and takes care of the house and kids on her own. So can I forcibly get her to get a different job? This entire I can't drive with anxiety but does not help is driving me mad. Honestly, I'm ready to make my job 0 hours since work keeps getting in the way of everything I need to do at the house. Unfortunately, my kids like food and my wife loves the internet, so if I quit, the merry-go-round stops. Now for the advice. You can't make her do anything. You do have choices, however. You can choose to stay and deal with this or you can choose to end the marriage. Part of our job as parents is to demonstrate healthy relationships for our kids to model. Even if you're not openly arguing in front of your kids, they pick up on tension. And being around that kind of conflict can increase their odds of developing anxiety disorders and other mental health issues. Obviously, your wife needs mental health support. If she were actively trying to work on that, it would be one thing, but she's refusing to address it with a professional. It is not uncommon for women at her age to begin to experience the effects of perimenopause, which can kick off or exacerbate anxiety and depression due to hormonal imbalances. She really should discuss with her doctor. But if she refuses them again, it's up to you to decide if you want to stay or go. In sickness and in health no longer applies if someone refuses to pursue treatment. In my humble opinion, of course. Exactly. It is in sickness and in health when we're both putting in the effort. Once one party stops putting in the effort, it's all up in the air from there. I'm sorry, but the depression part made me lol. I said it out loud when I read it. It instantly understood why it annoys Opie so much. She will randomly curl up in a ball on the couch and cry just to cry. Then say, I wish things were different. My favorite is when she tells me, if you really loved me, you never would have let me stay home with the kids. Now, I don't know how to process that, but at least she tries to tell me what is wrong. Honestly, this sounds so frustrating. Can any family or friends help with some sort of intervention? She really needs to do something to help herself. And if she doesn't, it's maybe time to consider if the marriage is over. Now a chance of her family helping. Her father has dementia and lives in a home. He has no idea who we are. Her mother hates me and doesn't even try to hide it. Her brother cut off the entire family after becoming a woman 3 years ago. We only see this one at Christmas when they/them ask for money. Is our Christmas present to give money? Her one sister married a super rich New York doctor and openly tells everyone how horrible men are. Most of it comes from her husband not helping her with the kids when they were little. She hates men. Very funny situation with 2 boys in middle school and her taking trips alone to Europe on his money. The advice she gives my wife is, just make your husband do it since I know he doesn't do anything useful. She used to be a teacher when we live in the South, but does not qualify in New York since she doesn't have college credits in teaching. She was substitute in local school, but she cut her hours.